A fascinating fixture, a fiery fixture, a match unmatched in British football.
I think we're in for a treat, Ian. If you look at either side's midfield, either side are both set up to win this match. Celtic certainly have come here, and in playing two wide players, have made a declaration of intent. Rangers simply have to win this, and it's going to be a test of the character of Dick Advocaat's side as much as their ability today.
First touch for Rab Douglas, part of the Dundee team that were the only side to win at Ibrox in the Scottish Premier League last season. Mind you, he has also been on the end of a few tonkings from Rangers. Arthur Numan with a shove on Didier Agathe, and a free kick to Celtic. Agathe wasn't quite ready for it, mind you, and Arthur Numan was. Agathe, one of the players making his Old Firm debut. Here's Petrov, who's played in every Old Firm game since he's been in Scotland. Now Agathe. And it's come to Sutton and then Larsson. And now Alan Thompson. The Old Firm experience, a new experience for him. Here's Claudio Reyna, and Rangers will be glad to see him back in action. And that's why he's found Albertz. And what a chance here! André Flo so very, very nearly scored inside 2 minutes.
That's a fabulous move, started by Claudio Reyna, who stepped off the back there, the first time ball in by Albertz, and Flo almost in for a dream debut start there. Terrific pace there by Reyna to break in the first place. Rab Douglas off his line quickly and did just enough to put Flo off, but that has to go down as a golden chance.
Well, at Celtic Park in August, Chris Sutton had already scored by now on his Old Firm debut. André Flo very, very nearly followed suit. He's had a busy weekend. His daughter was christened yesterday in London, and they had to bring that forward a day so that he could play in this game. Ferguson, the Rangers captain these days. Flo's header a little wayward, but it does come to Albertz. Ferguson sent off against Celtic in August, and it bounced off Kenny Miller's boot. If Celtic win here and manage to overcome Hibs on Wednesday night, they will be 21 points clear of their fierce rivals, and that was the margin by which Rangers won the title last season. And Martin O'Neill would love that. And in fact, with Rangers playing next Sunday, it's feasible that Celtic could be 24 points clear by then, but of course it never quite happens how you expect it to in football.
Yeah, I'm sure Rangers will have something to say with that, you know. They've made an encouraging start here. Dick Advocaat will be well pleased. The ball in behind Celtic's backline for Flo, catching them out early on, and he'll be looking for more of that.
Mjällby, let it go, and Ronald de Boer! Oh my word, he's put it over! An absolutely amazing miss!
Well, I can only assume here that Johan Mjällby got a very late shout from Robert Douglas, because he's going to clear that. All of a sudden ducks under it, he must have got a shout there. And Kenny Miller, it's a glorious chance there. Ronald de Boer, I should say, just couldn't get over it and keep the shot down, but it's a glorious chance again. And Dick Advocaat will feel it, this side to be two up.
Rangers quick out of the blocks, but then they have to be. Trailing their Glasgow rivals by 15 points, and already they've had two golden opportunities to make an impression in this Old Firm contest. Mjällby with a rather wayward ball. Well, to say this game has everything doesn't really do it justice. Everything is just for starters. We shouldn't be surprised anymore by now as to what Rangers and Celtic serve up. Yet we always end up being surprised.
Yeah, high feet there, and Kenny Clark is going to have to keep a very tight control of this match early on. There is so much at stake here today.
Thompson standing over this free kick for Celtic. Might carry all the way through. A little nick off Sutton on the way, but not enough to trouble Stefan Klos, who returned to action last week and is back kicking this week. He couldn't take goal kicks last week. Away by Valgaeren. Larsson to Petta. Claudio Reyna is making his presence felt. Lorenzo Amoruso leading another Rangers charge. Flo, poor touch.
What a glorious chance this was for Ronald de Boer. Johan Mjällby must have got a very late shout here. He ducks under it. And again, it's the movement of de Boer that I spoke about. It's going to be a problem for Celtic, and really you'd expect a player of his technique to keep that down and put it in the back of the net.
Here's Lorenzo Amoruso. Flo. Albertz. That one was read by Tom Boyd, making his 36th Old Firm appearance. Ronald de Boer is going to be spoken to.
Yeah, it's not a great deal in that. We'll see a few of them, I'm sure, in the opening stages of this match. Players putting down their markers all over the pitch.
Boyd with Celtic's free kick. Aimed towards Henrik Larsson. Away by Scott Wilson. And here is de Boer. Valgaeren, though, is there for Celtic, as he has been most of the season.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for him to pick up Kenny Miller, because Joos Valgaeren very, very quick himself.
It's the usual frantic start to an Old Firm game, but Albertz and Numan not quite on the same wavelength. Johan Mjällby will be rather relieved that Ronald de Boer scooped that excellent opportunity over the bar. Reyna, captain of the USA. Amoruso no longer captain of Rangers, of course. That one's cut out by Agathe. Celtic surviving a couple of early scares. Agathe is brushed out of the way by Numan. No foul as Mjällby and Numan collided. Bobby Petta. He's having a real battle with Reyna, and Reyna's winning the battle at the moment, although that's going to be a card, is it?
It's a rash challenge by Claudio Reyna. But the wide areas here are going to be vital today, and at the moment Rangers are imposing themselves down either side. And this is a rash challenge at best here from Reyna.
He's just getting a yellow card.
Yeah, hardly surprising. And again, it's Kenny Clark really can't afford to let this get out of control. He has to keep a grip of the game. And it's a daft booking because Bobby Petta's in his own half. He's not in a position where he can damage the Rangers back line. That means Claudio Reyna, who's made a smashing start to this match, can't afford another rash challenge.
Reyna treading carefully already. Now this one's bounced and bounced and bounced. Flo. Nice touch to Jörg Albertz, who loves these occasions. But then don't we all? Arthur Numan. Ferguson. And now de Boer to Reyna. Miller. Konterman. It breaks for Stilian Petrov, who promptly gives it to Valgaeren. And now Bobby Petta, the former Ipswich winger. Larsson's flick, but Rangers untroubled by that. Rangers should have played in the UEFA Cup on Thursday night, but probably weren't too unhappy when German TV asked if their game against Kaiserslautern could be moved to next Thursday, allowing them to concentrate on this. Petrov gave it straight to Albertz, and Credit to Tom Boyd.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Celtic today, Tom Boyd. There isn't a great deal of protection in front of that back three, Ian, in the absence of Paul Lambert. And I think there are times where Boyd's going to have to step out and close Rangers midfield players down.
Amoruso earning the appreciation of the Rangers fans, but he was rather blatantly obstructed by Didier Agathe.
Typical Forwards challenge this. Rangers look as if they're up for this, Ian. Big Advocaat side who are dictating the tempo at the moment.
Wilson towards Miller. Challenge from behind on him, considered a fair one by Valgaeren. Petta. Larsson tried to return it. Celtic unbeaten in the Scottish Premier League this season. An incredible 14 wins and 2 draws. Only Aberdeen and Motherwell have managed to hold them. Miller to Albertz. Amoruso. Ronald de Boer. Ferguson available. Now Reyna. Flo. And that will be a free kick for another challenge from behind by Boyd.
Yeah, well, he has to get tight on Kenny Miller, just overdoing it here though, Tom Boyd.
So Rangers hoping to conjure something up here. It's been a promising start from the champions. And their captain, Barry Ferguson, takes the free kick. De Boer let it go, but Petrov wasn't full. Even though Celtic have had a sensational season, recent history favours Rangers in this fixture, of course. Celtic have only won 2 of the last 12 encounters, but boy, did they win them. 5-1 and 6-2. Kenny Miller. Crowded out somewhat. Wilson has unhappy memories, in fact, of Rangers' 5-1 defeat at Celtic a couple of seasons ago. He was sent off in that game in the first half.
Yeah, he's been given the job of going man-on-man with Henrik Larsson today as well, Ian, so it's going to be a big test for him today. Bert Konterman spare, and Lorenzo Amoruso picking up Chris Sutton.
Boyd launches it. Sutton lets it go to Agathe. Sutton gets a second bite at it. Albertz has actually got the free kick going his way, but a bit of a disagreement between Stilian Petrov and the big German.
Well, it might be fortunate here, Jörg Albertz, because I think he catches Stilian Petrov. May have been given for high feet against Didier Agathe, but he catches Stilian Petrov there. I think Kenny Clark, to be fair, had already whistled.
Konterman has sliced that one into touch. Yet to really prove himself in Scottish football, the Dutch international who played in Euro 2000. 44 points from a possible 48 for Martin O'Neill. Not bad, eh? Moravčík now. And Larsson fouled by Konterman. A free kick in a fantastic position for Celtic.
Yeah, it's a good early ball by Ľubomír Moravčík trying to release Henrik Larsson. You see the hands up there from Konterman, who has to go tight on this occasion. And it's maybe in range here for the likes of Alan Thompson, who has a very tidy left foot.
Henrik Larsson also surveying the scene. Stefan Klos awaits. Thompson certainly can pack a punch and looks the favourite. opportunity knocks for Celtic. It is Alan Thompson. And Stefan Klos watched that one whistle by.
Doesn't get over it enough here, just hits it with a bit of slice here. And it starts to rise and bend away from the target. But certainly with his ability, well worth trying his luck from that range.
Sutton, heading off Wilson. And a Rangers throw. Martin O'Neill saw Valgaeren play in Euro 2000. Advocaat might have signed him, but went for Bert Konterman instead. Hence he's in the hoops today and not for the blue shirts. Boyd. Up towards Larsson. Petrov. Didier Agathe skips away from Arthur Numan. And Barry Ferguson caught him though. Free kick.
I think to be fair to Barry Ferguson, he's just skinned here by the quick feet of Didier Agathe. Not convinced there was any contact in fact, but it's an example of the ability of this man, who on his day can give Celtic a real cutting edge down the right hand side.
Thompson's left foot delivers, and Larsson chests it down, and Valgaeren shoots. And it's well wide in the end from the Belgian, who's got a few goals lately.
That's a wonderful layoff from Henrik Larsson. Takes all the pace out of this with the cushion chest layoff there. Valgaeren has to take it early, drags it wide of the target. It's a wonderful layoff though from Henrik Larsson, with Scott Wilson tight against him as well.
Here's Sutton's former Chelsea teammate Flo, but not for long, because Agathe is ready to race away again. Great tackle from Albertz though. Mind you, Agathe came back for more, and the free kick is given to Rangers.
Well, I think it's Alan Thompson who's penalised there. Didier Agathe did well. Back helping out in the central area, head to head with Ronald de Boer here, and I think it's Thompson who catches Ronald de Boer.
Ferguson electing to go to his right and to Reyna. Reyna delivers, and Flo is there, and Albertz, and Stilian Petrov got in the way.
Well, Flo wasn't picked up there, allowed far too much room.
Flo. Albertz, that's a little loose actually, and Ferguson had to nick it back to Scott Wilson, who has Henrik Larsson chasing him. Reyna. De Boer. Miller. Ferguson. 12 different nationalities represented in the starting 22 today. Here's an Italian, Amoruso, striding forward. No foul. Rangers will try again though, with Ronald de Boer. But Celtic put the shutters up, and Moravčík looks to release Larsson. He can't control it, unusually. Flo, unable to shake off the considerable presence of Johan Mjällby. Scott Wilson forced into conceding a throw. Chris Sutton will leave it, I dare say, for Petrov. The Bulgarian international, who had a slow start to his Celtic career, but is very much an integral part of the team now. Numan's clearance. Flo and Mjällby do battle again. Thompson finds Ľubomír Moravčík, and Arthur Numan stops Didier Agathe in his tracks. And that time Agathe couldn't keep it in, and it's a Rangers throw.
Well, you see it pretty pretty even in terms of the action areas, but Rangers will feel they should be ahead here. Two decent chances early on. And there'll be no consolation for Dick Advocaat in the performance, which has been pretty good so far from Rangers. He'll feel they should be ahead.
Petta up towards Sutton, but that will carry through to Stefan Klos. Dick Advocaat has won 5 out of a possible 6 honours in Scotland, but it's been a testing time for the Dutchman lately. Ball or a foul by Amoruso. Take the foul from Amoruso.
I don't know what he's thinking about here, Lorenzo Amoruso. It doesn't get any more blatant than that. But he's just letting Chris Sutton know he's not going to have it his own way as he had in the match in Augustine. It's going to be a big test for Chris Sutton. He hasn't trained at all this week.
Sutton amongst those, of course, awaiting Alan Thompson's free kick, but it was away by Amoruso. Now Jörg Albertz, and what a break on here, but not the pass that was required for Rangers.
Tell you what, had the ball forward been better, De Boer was in there.
Petrov. Agathe. Foul by Numan. Rangers seeing Celtic take it quickly. And here's Ľubomír Moravčík. Moravčík to Henrik Larsson. Scott Wilson stuck with him, and I think that came off Larsson, it did.
Yeah, good challenge by Scott Wilson, who's doing well in the early stages.
Celtic 16 unbeaten at the start of the season. Oh, and that's got to be a card surely for Valgaeren.
Yeah, he just loses control of this and he's stretching all the way after that. Again, I don't think there's a lot of contact there. But you really don't want too many of your defenders picking up yellow cards early in the match.
Amoruso, and that one's going to drift away for a goal kick. Martin O'Neill has done a quite outstanding job at Celtic, as he did of course at Leicester and at Wycombe. He won the title as a player with Nottingham Forest. Can he do it as a manager in Scotland with Celtic? You have to say it's looking pretty good at the moment, but you also have to say don't write off Rangers just yet. Although they do need to win this one. Flo's header dropped for Petrov. Again. Away from Arthur Numan. And he's got a bit of space in front of him too. Larsson to Chris Sutton, and a brilliant block from Lorenzo Amoruso.
Yeah, it's a good block, but it's Celtic's best move of the match so far. And Agathe so dangerous when he's running at defenders. Terrific first time layoff by Larsson, and Amoruso did well there.
So Bobby Petta delivers, Konterman clears, and Agathe gives it back to Petta. Everybody stays in the box to see if they'll get a better delivery this time from Bobby Petta, and they will too. Sutton on the end of it. Petrov, and it'll be a Rangers throw. Martin O'Neill has been a breath of fresh air at Celtic after the shambles of last season. Ferguson. Albertz. Sizing one up. Oh dear. They can't do it all the time.
Yeah, just found a bit of room there. Eventually Stilian Petrov managed to close him down, and he has to take it. You never know with this fella, but he must be the best part of 35 yards out there.
Somewhere under the rainbow, we are watching a magnificent match developing here. Unusual for it to be a bit murky in Glasgow. Celtic hoping to extend their unbeaten run to 17 games in the league. Last time they did that at the start of the season was in 1966-67 when they went on to win the European Cup. And won every domestic on it too.
I think Amoruso is unlucky there, Ian. I think Chris Sutton just blocked his run. Gives Celtic a chance to push Mjällby forward. Sutton to the back post area. Valgaeren.
Boyd and Sutton is going to rise, and Bobby Petta might hook it back and does, and Henrik Larsson's there, but it's taken by Klos.
Chris Sutton appealing for a penalty here. Lorenzo Amoruso in tight behind him as he tumbles there. It was a good ball in.
Ferguson. Albertz a little sloppy, allowing Thompson to find Larsson. And back it goes to Alan Thompson. He's going to bring Bobby Petta into the equation.
Good switch.
And Petta trying to give Reyna the runaround. Can't do so, but he has got a corner.
Yeah, he just didn't do it early enough. It was a great switch there from Alan Thompson. And if you're a wide player, you want it early when you can get turned and get running at defenders, and he had the chance there, Bobby Petta.
Moravčík standing over the corner. Moravčík, that's not too bad, but there was nobody on the far stick for Celtic. Advocaat has known nothing but success at Rangers until this season, but when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and if anyone can sort them out, I'm sure he can. Albertz helped that on, but Alan Thompson tries to put Henrik Larsson away, too much on it though. Larsson with 21 goals in 21 games this season, although in recent times his form did dip a little bit. I might sound stupid saying that, having told you he scored 21 goals in 21 games. Rab Douglas played in a few Dundee derbies in his time, but they are not quite on the same scale as the Glasgow equivalent. No foul as Petrov went to ground. Ferguson will get a free kick now for a trip by Moravčík. Ferguson, well, Didier Agathe got a boot in. Amoruso and Sutton squaring up to each other. A real physical battle between the two big men. Bert Konterman now. Flo. Reyna. Approaching the half-hour mark and no goals. Amoruso. Oh, that was poor, very poor, straight to Stilian Petrov. Tom Boyd, asking a bit too much of Sutton. Amoruso, there's a man on, and he does seem to be aware. Reyna, de Boer, who still has to prove himself in Scotland too. Flo. It's going to be picked up by the Rangers captain Barry Ferguson. And that's not bad. To Kenny Miller. No free kick as Petta wrestles possession back. Konterman. Leaves it for Ferguson. Flo. Reyna. De Boer. Cancelled and harried by Johan Mjällby.
Yeah, Mjällby stepped off the back there, and whoever's spare for Celtic have to be prepared to do that, because there are times when Ronald de Boer will run off Alan Thompson, who's not as defensively aware as Paul Lambert.
Konterman. Miller. Albertz. Flo. With Valgaeren in close attendance. Claudio Reyna. His first attempt at a cross was blocked by Petta, and Celtic really snapping away. Hungry. Petta. Having a little run at Amoruso here, but he showed him too much of it. Celtic have scored 10 goals in their last 2 games. Rangers fired blanks at Dunfermline last week. But Flo and de Boer had chances in the opening minutes to give them a flying start. Chances that weren't taken. But a free kick is given now. De Boer. And Arthur Numan won't get to that.
Yeah, made a good run out from Numan. Just too much being asked of the Dutch full-back though, with the ball over the top from de Boer. But you see that Numan makes a super run here in behind Mjällby. And the weight of the ball though didn't do him any favours.
But he missed the 6-2 defeat at Celtic in August through injury. Injury picked up in Euro 2000, in fact. Numan did well to win the header. Konterman. Valgaeren finding Petta. Petta determined, but 2 men on him. Reyna and Ferguson. And he'll be happy to get a throw out of that. Valgaeren. Signed for 3.8 million from the Dutch Cup winners Roda. A very worthy investment too. Mjällby sorting that one out. Kenny Miller not getting a sniff. Ferguson. But then it doesn't quite come off. And Boyd sends it into the stand. Reyna awaiting. So too Albertz. Miller. Agathe up towards Henrik Larsson. Handball. And Rangers taking the free kick very quickly. Martin O'Neill was fuming that they were allowed to. Reyna. Rangers looking to go on the rampage. Barry Ferguson, surely! He's done it! Rangers' new captain leads by example.
It's a wonderful goal by Barry Ferguson, who's probably fed up being told he doesn't do enough of this. Normally the holding player, this time he said, well, I'm getting myself into the box. He's not picked up. A lot of good movement in front of him, dragging Celtic defenders wide. The first touch is excellent, and he has the composure to finish the move off. A wonderful goal. Huge hole opened up there, principally through the movement of the players in front of Barry Ferguson. Still a bit of work for him to do, and he did well just to tuck it inside the left-hand post.
Well, that's livened it up. Barry Ferguson putting Rangers in front. His first league goal of the season. Another one came in the League Cup. Captain Marvel.
I think you'd have to say it's no more than Rangers deserve being as well. They've had the better chances in the match, they've had more possession.
Ibrox is heaving now, it's jumping. Amoruso up towards Flo. Albertz, Flo, here's Arthur Numan. Not the best of touches though. Didier Agathe as Celtic look to respond. And they might do here with Stilian Petrov. It opens up for him, and it cannoned off Ferguson, who... Well, there were big handball claims there. Chris Sutton was nearest to it.
Well, Petrov did well in the first place to step away from Scott Wilson. I think Ferguson's hands go up to protect himself as much as anything else, and that's all down to Kenny Clark from there on in. Seen them given for that.
Huge kick headed on by Flo, but going nowhere except back to Rab Douglas. And suddenly Rangers and their fans have fresh confidence and new beliefs. They needed a big performance today so desperately. Ferguson finds Albertz. Now Flo. Claudio Reyna. Whoops. I'm good at doing those.
It doesn't get hold of it at all. The Rangers have grabbed this game with the throat now. Edging it in terms of attempts at goal, but they've certainly had the better chances so far. And the response I'm sure that Advocaat was praying for today, he has from a group of players who've been so heavily criticised, and this was always going to be a test of their character. And they've made a good start to this match, that's for sure.
Barry Ferguson took over the captaincy from Lorenzo Amoruso recently.
Now this is a terrific goal here. But there was so much movement in front of him, Barry Ferguson, and that's what opened up the space. Celtic defenders being dragged across the face of the goal, and that opened the space for him to get into.
The Rangers are actually unbeaten under Ferguson's captaincy. It's his 7th game with the armband. Not only does he have the armband, he has a goal as well. But here is Stilian Petrov. Thompson. Petta stepping in. Thompson. Moravčík comes to meet him. But look who's there, getting stuck in. Barry Ferguson. Johan Mjällby. Looks for Sutton, but it's away by Amoruso, who's performing admirably. That's come off Petrov, it'll be a Rangers throw. Martin O'Neill knew how big a test this was going to be despite Rangers' problems this season. He hasn't been fooled. Petrov. Moravčík. Away by Amoruso, who's meeting most things. Numan up to Kenny Miller. Could be a break on here. Miller has released Albertz. Didier Agathe gets back, but can't stop him. Albertz crosses. Oh, and Tom Boyd nearly put it in his own net, but Robert Douglas reacted well.
Yeah, he's going across his back post here. Robert Douglas has to react very quickly as Tommy Boyd gets a block on. Previous to that, Martin O'Neill out in the touchline, screaming at the assistant for failing to see the handball by Jörg Albertz.
Konterman clipped Petrov then. A Celtic free kick. Five minutes of the first half remaining. Petta. And he's tripped Reyna. Celtic's last league defeat was over 7 months ago, a 1-0 loss at Hearts in April. He wasn't there then, of course. into it. Mjällby clears to Petrov. Thompson. It's Chris Sutton. Sutton looking for Larsson, but Scott Wilson held firm. So did Konterman. Rangers playing themselves out of the trouble nicely. Petta. Valgaeren. Mjällby. Blocked by Flo. So the Swede has to go back to Boyd. Thompson. Up towards Sutton. It might be picked up here by Moravčík. It will be. And once again, Amoruso was there.
Scott Wilson did well though, just to stay on his feet, just to slow Moravčík down and give his fellow defenders a chance to get goal side. Just stays on his feet, and both Wilson and Amoruso, who are marking, have been absolutely first class for Rangers today.
So much for a dodgy defence, not in evidence today. Flo. Reyna. Numan. Mjällby clears to Petrov. Amoruso on the end of that. Claudio Reyna. Flo. Valgaeren close by. But Flo did well to shovel it back to Reyna. Albertz. Miller. Forced to go away from goal, but Albertz looks for Numan. And Ronald de Boer. Well, there was nobody around him.
Yeah, nobody at all. Again, it's a movement that's causing that, Ian. Ball comes forward, and Numan had made a good run. I think it's Tommy Boyd who has to go all the way with him, and that's what left the boot in the space.
Here's Flo. But Valgaeren comes away with it. Oh, that's going to be a free kick and surely a yellow card. A stupid challenge by Alan Thompson, really.
Yeah, I don't know what Alan Thompson's thinking about there. And it'll certainly be a yellow. I think Advocaat want Barry Ferguson back on his feet. Such has been his performance so far today, and that's a bad challenge.
So Alan Thompson becomes the third man booked. At least they're all level on fouls, eh? Thompson joining Valgaeren and Reyna in the book for that lunge at Barry Ferguson, who certainly felt it.
Yeah, I think you see challenges in this game that you wouldn't see anywhere else. Just the red mist comes down at times. The Rangers now have a free kick in the kind of range that Jörg Albertz might fancy.
Ferguson has to trundle off the field as Albertz and Amoruso stand over the free kick. Jörg Albertz is often in the habit of scoring against Celtic. And this most definitely seems to be in Albertz territory. In fact, it's Amoruso who goes for goal, and as he likes to do, one of his better ones, but not good enough.
Yeah, it's probably in a position that suited the right-footed player here. He gets plenty of movement in the ball, plenty of dip on it as well, but well wide of the target.
Barry Ferguson has returned, seconds remaining in the first half, in fact hardly any to be added on. Moravčík. Larsson. That's going to bounce back towards Flo, but Tom Boyd made sure he got in there first. Numan. De Boer gives it back to his fellow countryman Arthur Numan, part of the large Dutch colony in Ibrox. Numan again. Miller turned straight into Agathe. It's half-time. Never write him off and never write Rangers off. Skipper Barry Ferguson with a vital goal in another vital Old Firm contest. There's going to be a delay because I've just seen Stilian Petrov running up the tunnel. So I don't think Celtic are quite confident enough to start the second half with 10 men. But Martin O'Neill has made 2 changes.
Yeah, I mean, Stephané Mahé's played left of a back 3 before. There's not a problem there. It's like for like. And I can only assume that Johan Mjällby's picked up some kind of knock of some kind.
Well, Stilian Petrov is back. Thanks for turning up for the second half, Stilian. Celtic ready to start it. Intriguingly, the last time Rangers lost a home game in the league after scoring first was 7 years ago when Celtic came from behind to win 2-1 here. Martin O'Neill would love to repeat that feat and go 18 points clear of their oh-so-fierce Glasgow rivals. But Advocaat has proved himself as one of the top managers in European football, although it hurt him badly that he didn't make the next phase of the Champions League when really the group was there for the taking this time around. Flo's cross was cut out by Boyd, just as well because Kenny Miller was lurking. It's Ferguson though, looking for Ronald de Boer, and he's got there. And not only that, he's set it up for Claudio Reyna. De Boer having to settle for the throw off Stephané Mahé. Reyna. De Boer turning away from Petta, but losing his way. And Stilian Petrov now looking to lead a Celtic charge. Taken out by Scott Wilson, who's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, to be fair, none of the bookings have been the slightest debatable. Another late one there by Scott Wilson as Petrov tried to break. And that's what Celtic need. They need midfield players to get forward. Alan Thompson at the moment still picking up Ronald de Boer, but they have to get some support up to the front two, who really have become isolated.
Tom Boyd's free kick for the league leaders. Away by Wilson. Petrov doing battle with Albertz, and it's actually going to be a Rangers throw. Sutton could latch onto this. In fact, he let it go to Larsson. And Larsson looking to get it back from McNamara.
Good play by Reyna, though, just tucked in there, giving his fellow defenders a bit of insurance here.
Valgaeren delaying his throw. But here it comes, and it's been given as a foul throw. It goes the other way. Henrik Larsson, the man in charge, needing eyes in the back of his head, as usual for this game. Flag is up, but referee letting that one go. And now it's a free kick to Celtic.
Petrov did well there, always keeping his body between Barry Ferguson and the ball there. Good spin. Barry Ferguson all over the Bulgarian.
There's a bit of a argy-bargy which Kenny Clark is quickly in to sort out, and Chris Sutton is going to get a yellow card, and so is Lorenzo Amoruso.
Well, it's been a very physical contest from what go. It's off the ball here. Ah, it's handbags. It's enough to get him a yellow card, needlessly.
3 bookings apiece. Alan Thompson's free kick. Referee's not ready for it, in fact. It will have to be taken again. Sutton ended up on the ground. Henrik Larsson looks like he fancies this.
Thompson might fancy a pink.
It is going to be Alan Thompson, but it was always rising and rising from the former Aston Villa and Bolton man.
Well, from that distance you're going to have to get plenty of pace, but you need it to dip as well, and he doesn't really get any control of that.
So confirmation of a yellow card for Chris Sutton and for Lorenzo Amoruso. Ferguson's header away by McNamara. Flo, Reyna, Miller. Reyna. Rangers fans happy to see him back in business after a spell on the sidelines. Ferguson. A magnificent move this, and Albertz ready to pull the trigger. Miller. Just nipped away from him by McNamara. Reyna. Miller. Here's Flo. Forced to go away from goal to Albertz. And a short pass to Numan allowed Agathe to nip in. Early season sensation at Hibs, and Celtic snapped him up for a nominal fee. He was at Wraith Rovers, in fact, last season. Flo. Jörg Albertz. Wilson. Rangers taking the long route round, but Konterman seeks out Ronald de Boer.
Well, just playing away patiently, Rangers. And at the moment, once again, they're driving the game here. Celtic just can't get on the ball.
Here's Flo. Amoruso. Just went the wrong side at Kenny Miller, and Valgaeren can clear. And Amoruso will have to be careful, but he's helped out by Konterman. Martin O'Neill as agitated as ever on the touchline. Boyd straight down the throat of Albertz, though. He'll try again. And Amoruso was almost over the top of Chris Sutton then, but the free kick now going in Ferguson's favour. Alan Thompson the offender. Amoruso's free kick. Flo. Reyna. He's having a good game. Claudio Reyna. Not quite a good cross, though. Rangers still hang on to it. Thompson gave it straight back to them. Ferguson. Kenny Miller. Reyna. Rangers toying with Celtic at the moment. It's Ronald de Boer. Away by Valgaeren, but Ferguson can pick out Arthur Numan. Now Jörg Albertz. Looking to go past McNamara, but a fine tackle. Not quite such a good tackle from Numan, though.
Yeah, it was a good challenge by Jackie McNamara, who stiffened up that midfield area. Arthur Numan just late in on Stilian Petrov. Catches him on his right heel. But at the moment, Celtic just can't get on the ball.
Lorenzo Amoruso was the 6th player to see yellow in this game. There he is. And guess who he's tussling with? And guess who's got the free kick? Sutton has.
Well, Amoruso saying that Sutton isn't jumping, and if he's going to attack this, but well, he's leading with his arms, I mean. But Sutton has been backing in, he's been playing for that kind of free kick. And he's got one.
It's been a great battle to watch, though. Them two.
Yeah, you have to say, so far Amoruso's winning it, and he's been first class this afternoon.
Well, will Thompson fancy it again, or is it Henrik Larsson's turn? Kenny Clark adds to the tension by making sure the Rangers wall edges back. As soon as he turned away, it edged forward, of course.
Again, well, I think this might be Larsson, and it's more suited for a right-footed player.
It is indeed Henrik Larsson, but, well, by his standards, that was woeful.
Well, I think it's more dangerous when free kicks are given on the edge of the 18-yard box. He doesn't really get a lot of pace, he gets good movement in the ball, but I don't think he gets enough pace in the ball to beat Stefan Klos from that range.
He scored twice against Rangers in that 6-2 win in August. One of the goals absolutely world-class. Just looking at Larsson's goal-scoring record for Celtic, actually, 90 goals in 130 games.
You see it, Rangers in control, well in control. But the worry for Advocaat will be that, 1-0 is never a comfortable lead to defend. I don't think he could have asked much more in terms of performance, but 1-0 is always a precarious lead.
Now Numan looking for de Boer. Sutton with plenty of bodies back though. Boyd. Petta available. Up to Larsson. Scott Wilson trying to get in there, but failing to do so. Petta's cross, and what a chance here! Ooh, Alan Thompson was in there, but it's a corner.
Yeah, first touch just wasn't quite good enough for Chris Sutton. Celtic moving the ball about very early, lot of good early touches here. Early one played in by Bobby Petta, and the first touch just won't allow the ball to fall from him.
Thompson delivers the corner, and Henrik Larsson has equalised for Celtic. It's 1-1, and maybe Martin O'Neill's men are not ready to be beaten just yet.
Well, it's back to Celtic back in August, isn't it? The glancing header. Stefan Klos rooted to his line there. Good ball whipped in by Thompson. Loads of pace on it. But Advocaat will be feeling that's a free header. Gets in between Amoruso and Wilson.
Well, they've hardly had a sniff, they've hardly had a kick in the second half, but Henrik Larsson has scored his 22nd goal of the season in his 22nd game of the season. Awesome.
Well, that's what I mean by 1-0 never being enough. Celtic have hardly had a chance. All of a sudden they're on level terms.
Rangers considering introducing Michael Mols very shortly, we believe. Konterman. And a free kick going Valgaeren's way. Michael Mols, still not 100%, but about to join the fray. Here's Konterman, always showed too much of that to Petrov, but survived the challenge. Here's Barry Ferguson. The Celtic fans are singing their Henrik Larsson songs, and the Rangers fans have gone a little hushed. Flo trying to get there, but Stephané Mahé. Well, Flo did get his cross in, and it flashed across.
That's a magnificent ball in there under pressure from Tom Boyd.
Essentially a Celtic throw, much to Arthur Numan's dismay.
Oh, he didn't look favourite here as he tries to get his way to the byline here. Tom Boyd coming across to close him down. And he does wonderfully well to get that quality of ball in.
And now they've decided that it is Rangers' row after all. And now they'll get a corner. Michael Mols will come on after this corner for his Old Firm debut. Ronald de Boer's corner, and Albertz is on the far post. It's off the bar and put in by Flo. He's done it on his debut. Rangers are 2-1 up. André Flo.
Well, it hasn't been in it at all. Passed up a good chance early on. But what a sweet moment this will be. Jörg Albertz at the back post there. Off the crossbar. And he wasn't going to miss from that range. Good deep corner. Albertz not picked up, gets it back across. And there wasn't much the defenders on the line could do. Falls perfectly for André Flo. And once again this game takes another twist.
Advocaat, amid the celebrations, takes off Kenny Miller and brings on Michael Mols. André Flo has now scored on his debut for Brandberg and Chelsea and Rangers. This man can get goals too. 17 in 29 for Rangers. Mols is on. And he's a real talent, a real player, even though he's not 100% at the moment. I'm sure he'll be well up for the half an hour or so that he'll get here. And once again, an Old Firm clash lives up to the billing. Rangers 2-1 up on the hour. And Flo determined to get stuck into for the Rangers cause. Scored 50 goals in his time at Chelsea and will fancy plenty during his time in Scotland. Flo to Michael Mols, who, because of his injury problems last season, is making his Old Firm debut. Here goes Jörg Albertz, Rangers in the mood again. Albertz checks. Good tackle that though by Agathe. And what a run this is by Didier Agathe, but he's stopped in his tracks by Konterman. Well, Celtic were level for just under 3 minutes. Rangers responded, and Martin O'Neill's men are behind again. Another classic contest between the Old Firm. Flo knocked it on. McNamara. Valgaeren. Agathe. He's on a run here, but a little toe from Jörg Albertz. Won it back for Rangers. Now Mols. He does like doing his turns, Michael Mols, as I'm sure we will see again. This is Valgaeren though. Straight to Albertz. And he gives it back to Celtic and Thompson. Ferguson. Now, Stilian Petrov had made a good run here, and I think he's going to get to it, although Amoruso was on the end of it, and he's going to be on the end of it again, knocking everybody out of the way.
Terrific defending in by Amoruso there, under pressure from Sutton.
Now McNamara, Larsson. Amoruso has certainly had his critics, and plenty of them, but he has turned in an excellent show for Rangers today. And Thompson's going to be in trouble here because he's on a yellow card and he's going to be off. Alan Thompson gets a second yellow card and is sent off, and Celtic are down to 10 men.
I've got to say, I think it's harsh. You're always walking a tightrope, of course, if you've already got a yellow. You can't afford to mistime anything after that. It's been a fair old tussle in that area all afternoon. Certainly catches Barry Ferguson late. Kenny Clark didn't have much hesitation. And it's going to be an uphill battle for Celtic now.
Celtic a goal behind and a man down. Wouldn't be an Old Firm game without a red card though, would it? Konterman. Thompson sent off on his Old Firm debut too. Here's Arthur Numan trying to get in. Agathe sticking close to him, and Douglas able to cut the cross. 25 minutes for Celtic to play with 10 men. A long time in one of these games. But Petta, for a moment looked like he might be able to smuggle it through to Larsson, but Ronald de Boer has it now for Rangers. Moles. But Didier Agathe sorts it out for Celtic. And look at that for Amoruso. You have to say he's been impressive.
That's been different class. And there are times where this big fella's far too slack, I'm sure, for Big Advocaat's liking in. But when Rangers are forced onto the back foot, that's when he does his best work. And once again, he's been outstanding today.
He's conceded a foul there, though. And it won't surprise you to hear that it was Chris Sutton who he battered into them. It's been a bruising battle between Sutton and Amoruso, but wonderful to watch. Konterman clears that, and a push by Michael Moles on Stephané Mahé. Here is Mahé, who himself has been sent off twice in Old Firm games, but he's lost out to Barry Ferguson here, and Celtic in trouble as Rangers pile bodies forward. Ferguson is leading the charge, and Flo is onside! Oh, and Stefan Klos keeps, Robert Douglas keeps Celtic in it.
That's a wonderful save. This must have been tight here. Threaded pass. Well, it's a tough call for the assistant. Thankfully, Robert Douglas took the heat off him with a wonderful save.
Douglas is never going to be fazed by the Old Firm experience. It's an occasion to relish. In it comes from Albertz, and on the far post, it's Ronald de Boer, and Rangers are 3-1 up. De Boer scores. It was a day for them to stand up and be counted, and that's exactly what they've done.
Once again, the damage comes to the back post in. It's a good ball by Albertz. Look at the movement on it, but there's not enough pressure on de Boer there. Similar one to Albertz for the second goal, who wasn't pressurised. De Boer wants it more than anyone else. And Rangers well and truly in the driving seat now.
You just had the feeling that they had a big performance in them somewhere along the line. Boyd up towards Larsson. Celtic heading towards their first defeat in the Scottish Premier League this season. And no surprise, I guess, as to who should inflict it. Arch enemies across 112 years. Amoruso. And Valgaeren having to send that one into touch. And Rangers will fancy piling on the misery for Celtic here. Psychologically, it would mean a lot to them. But Martin O'Neill was always going to lose his unbeaten record one day. Something has happened which David Doig is pointing out to Kenny Clark.
Yeah, I think it may have been an off-the-ball incident with Konterman and Chris Sutton at the other end there, Ian. Certainly Sutton was far from happy.
Well, Kenny Clark is coming across, I think, to chat to the fourth official, Willie Young, just maybe see if he saw anything. We think Konterman was involved.
I think it was off the ball, and it was Bert Konterman and Chris Sutton who clashed on the edge of the Rangers box before Rangers broke up the field.
Well, I think he's letting it continue. And we're ready to resume. Numan. Ferguson. Moles. Albertz.
I think Barry Ferguson will see more of the ball now, Ian, than anyone else on the pitch. We saw that at Aberdeen when they went down to 10 men. It was Barry Ferguson who started to dictate the game.
De Boer. Albertz. Michael Moles. Celtic deal with the presence of Moles inside the last 20 minutes. Sutton gets the free kick, and Chris Sutton with a little reaction, but nothing too serious. And Amoruso and Sutton meet up again, but it eludes both of them this time, and Bobby Petta was actually the furthest man forward in the end.
Well, the ball drops into a very dangerous area here. Both Amoruso and Sutton underneath it. And if Petta goes to attack that space, he might have been in.
Claudio Reyna. Flo. Has taken it off the toes of Flo. Free kick. Konterman grounded.
Jackie McNamara, third time lucky, catching Bert Konterman, a real sore one there.
Easy for you to say. Ferguson. Albertz. Ferguson looking for Moles. And Ferguson so determined. Albertz took it away from Petrov, slips it through to Flo. Moles wants it. Oh, that's a shocking cross from Flo. Ferguson trying to slide it back to Reyna, but Petta, is it going to carry? It is, or is it just?
Never understood how players get away with that, Ian. It's blatant obstruction. Claudio Reyna's only trying to get to the ball there.
Well, he won't give up just yet, that's for sure. Martin O'Neill's Celtic, though, down to 10 men, as well as being 3-1 behind. I wonder which two players were involved there.
I just wonder what odds you'd get in either of them finishing the game now. A fair old tussle.
Well, Rangers with something to defend here, but the free kick has been given against Sutton for backing in to Amoruso. He's got to be careful he doesn't show too much dissent.
Well, my first impression is that Amoruso's all over him here with the hands. You look at his right arm there. Well, I think Chris Sutton's unlucky there. Seen penalties given for less than that.
That was a very, very decent shout for Celtic. Mols. Taken away from him by Agathe. Ferguson popping up everywhere. An inspiration to Rangers today. And Flo, one of the scorers.
Well, they are 60-40 in terms of possession advantage to Rangers. And I think that will only increase as the game goes on. Celtic really struggling to get the ball now.
Numan's cross. De Boer failed to make contact. Amoruso finding Ferguson. Reyna. And, oh, Michael Mols, Flo waiting. Mols twisting, turning, and going for goal himself, and Douglas pushing it behind.
Terrific play there by Michael Mols at his very best here. Good step over, De Boer plays him away. And for the lad who's been out with a knee injury, the ability to spin really is exceptional. Defender's worst nightmare, this fella.
He certainly gave them the runaround. Mols waits for the corner. And Celtic have had trouble with these, remember. Albertz went for the near post and will get the chance to take another one. Petrov knocking it behind. Amoruso would love to cap off a fantastic performance with a goal. Albertz drills it in, and Amoruso has done it! It is a goal for Lorenzo Amoruso! You didn't really think Rangers would give up that easily, did you?
Well, it caps a fabulous performance for the big Italian in. Celtic once again failing to defend the set piece. Plenty of bodies goal side. Amoruso prepared to put his head in where he might get hurt. And certainly no more than Lorenzo Amoruso deserves, given the quality of performance he's turned in today. And Advocaat knows the points are safe now.
Well, as predicted before the quarter came in, he has capped a superb performance with a goal. The deposed captain, Amoruso, has been outstanding. Larsson. No foul. Rangers have now scored 4 goals against Celtic in the last 3 encounters with them here. It's going to be a yellow card for McNamara.
Yeah, got away with the earlier challenge on Konterman, but Kenny Clark well placed to see the late one here on Barry Ferguson. Jackie McNamara again, full stretch, well late with the challenge. And once again, there's no debate about the yellow card.
McNamara shown a yellow. The 8th that have been shown in this game, but 2 of them were thrashed in Alan Thompson's direction by Kenny Clark. And they're jumping up and down at Ibrox. Wilson to Mols. Oh, he's put Reyna in here. They're looking for number 5. Flo waiting. Oh, just wide.
Does well there, Flo. Shows back post first of all, then comes back across the front of Joos Valgaeren. Good ball inside Bobby Petta by Michael Mols. Reyna has time to look up. Flo gets across the front but can't get the header on target.
Flo has played his part for Rangers today. Plenty of questions had been asked about them in recent times. They certainly came up with a few answers here. Here's Albertz. And Barry Ferguson making a magnificent run here. Celtic being run ragged. Look at Albertz. And Reyna, who's also been excellent. Ooh, but he can't quite cap off his performance with a goal. Celtic's 16-match unbeaten run in the Scottish Premier League is coming to an end, but it'll be interesting to see how he and Celtic respond. They have a massive game at Hibs on Wednesday night, and then face Dunfermline next week, and Rangers, because they're playing Kaiserslautern in the UEFA Cup on Thursday, won't be in league action again till next Sunday. So they could open up a big gap again, but it's still a pretty big gap now. Now Sutton rises, and that's landed on the roof of the net.
Yeah, it's one of the few. He's one in the air. Gets up early here. He makes sure that Lorenzo Amoruso isn't going to get up. Can't keep the ball down though. A frustrating afternoon for Chris Sutton. And Rangers now well ahead in terms of attempted goal, not surprisingly.
Konterman taking the goal kick. A year ago this weekend, Rangers suffered their only home defeat of last season against Dundee. Since then, it's going to be, after today, 21 wins in 25 home games. Ibrox, a formidable fortress. For all their problems this season, they have won 5 of their 6 league games here. But of course, they were taken apart by Bobby Williamson's Kilmarnock. Amoruso, and Michael Mols nips in ahead of Mahé. Now Ferguson. Albertz, what a... Oh, I thought it was going to put Numan in, but Boyd read it. Well, they've had a few parties in their time at Ibrox, and they probably feel they're due another celebration tonight after this. And Amoruso impeded by Henrik Larsson. Not really been his day, apart from adding to his tremendous goal tally this season.
I don't think that the front two of Celtic have had much to work with, to be fair. Certainly haven't had a lot of support. Celtic haven't managed to hit the byline on either side, get a decent quality of delivery into the box.
Numan. Albertz. Reyna. Mols. Celtic a beaten side, and they only have 10 men, of course, after Alan Thompson's red card. Amoruso and Sutton rise together again, but the big Italian has ruled at Ibrox today. Scott Wilson. Now Claudio Reyna. Konterman. Amoruso. Celtic are going to have to come and get the ball.
I don't think Chris Sutton's got much left in his legs here. A tough test for him today.
Well, Sutton can't believe that decision, but it's a free kick to Rangers. I think there are going to be a bit of a substitution blitz here. Tommy Johnson is waiting to come on for Celtic, and Rangers are going to bring on Tugay and McCann as well very soon. Didier Agathe. Larsson. Sutton. Jackie McNamara. And blocked by who else but Amoruso. And he finds an outlet in André Flo. Albertz. Ronald de Boer is waiting for it, and he's going to get it to Mols in the middle. Is this another one? It sure is! Michael Mols scores on his old firm debut as Rangers hit the high five.
Yeah, good ball in behind there by Jörg Albertz here. And again, no lack of support. Good ball in by de Boer. And he was always going to take that one first time. Just has to keep his concentration, keep his eye on the ball, keep the shot down. And he does just that.
Goals, goals, goals for Dick Advocaat, and Mols for Dick Advocaat. His fifth of the season, Rangers fifth of the game, and Celtic have taken off Chris Sutton and brought on Tommy Johnson. Sutton has made way for him. Thought Lorenzo Amoruso might follow Sutton to the dugout the way he's stuck so close to him this afternoon. Rangers making a double change now as well, so Celtic can't quite resume yet. And Tugay and McCann are coming on for André Flo, who's given a great reception, and Ronald de Boer as well, two of the scorers. McCann all smiles. Rangers thoroughly convincing today. And you can't really say that Celtic have been hard done by at all. They've got what they deserved.
Oh, Rangers grabbed the game early on, Ian. They've dictated the pace from the word go. Could have been two up early on, but kept playing away patiently. And have been by far the better side.
Here's Numan now. Well, Celtic scored 6 against Rangers in August, so maybe they feel there's unfinished business here. Maybe they feel they must go for another. Incredibly, these Old Firm games are in recent times averaging over 4 goals a game. We don't bother with nil-nils when these two meet, that's for sure. Reyna. Your man of the match today, Davey.
Well, one or two candidates, most in blue jerseys, and I think in the first half Barry Ferguson ran the show, got the vital first goal for Rangers. But I think over the 90 minutes, Lorenzo Amoruso has been sensational this afternoon. Stood up to the physical challenge of Chris Sutton. This is a lad who does all his best work when he's under pressure. He's risen to the occasion today, and by a distance, he's the Bank of Scotland man of the match.
Offside flag will go up against Michael Mols. Rangers about to record only their 4th victory in the last 11 games. But a very, very welcome victory for Dick Advocaat. Everybody in the weeks up to this clash were trying to predict how it would finish. They are impossible to predict, of course. Celtic on such a high, especially after putting 6 past Hearts last week, but many people had a feeling that Rangers had a performance like this in them, absolutely desperately waiting to come out, and that performance has come out today.
Well, I suggested earlier on, Ian, it would be a test of character as much as anything else. And they've shown this afternoon they're not exactly short of it.
Stephané Mahé with Celtic's throw. Rangers have a game in hand as well as they seek to close the gap on Celtic. Henrik Larsson bundled over by Barry Ferguson. That's a free kick right on the edge.
That's a good step over by Larsson, just wrong foots Barry Ferguson here. Ferguson always chasing after that.
From the free kick, which is taken too quickly, nothing will happen. Same again, please. Henrik Larsson may well go for goal here. He does just that. It wasn't that far away.
Yeah, good effort. More in his range, this one ain't. Good technique here from Larsson. Just a fraction over the top. Stefan Klos would have been struggling to get there.
Just 2 minutes of added on time. Celtic about to be put out of their misery. But what Rangers would give, or perhaps more so their fans would give, to score 6 after Celtic did the same in August. Albertz to Numan. Good tackle from Agathe. Ferguson, Reyna. Is it going to be a case of come in number 6? Michael Mols. Tugay. Mols. Tugay again. I think the fans want a 6, but the players are doing it the professional way.
Oh, they'd have settled for 1 million, don't worry about that.
Well, McCann looking to get in here, but it's me a throw. Albertz. Numan. Ferguson. It's all over. Ibrox erupts. Dick Advocaat's Rangers hammering their fierce rival Celtic by 5 goals to 1. Barry Ferguson in his first Old Firm game as captain, led by example, but a special word for the man of the match, the deposed captain Lorenzo Amoruso, absolutely outstanding today. Celtic are beaten for the first time in the Scottish Premier League this season, and trust Rangers to be the team to inflict that defeat. They are not going to give up their title in a hurry, that is for sure. Rangers show today what champions are made of. They've still got a lot of ground to make up on Celtic, but they will give it their best shot. And as we make our merry way towards the end of the season, maybe it will be a lot closer than people thought in the past couple of weeks. A remarkable response from Rangers today. They did have a big performance left in them. They have got a big result. It finishes in the Old Firm clash at Ibrox. Rangers 5, Celtic 1.